Literally, it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
And we got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's good, y'all? My name is RnB, a singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, engineer, and the list goes on.
Yes. Come on, and the list goes on.
Yes.
So I'm going to have you raise your right hand up. I'm crying, okay? The one that's not an L.
I know, right?
That's how we know.
I'm going to remember that.
So we going by Shay RnB?
Shay RnB.
Shay RnB. Miss Shay RnB.
Yeah.
All right. Do you solemnly agree that we have your permission to post this across all of our social media platforms?
Yes.
Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that is off limits you don't want us to bring up or ask you about?
No. It's open. Fair game.
Fair game.
Yeah.
You sure?
Fair game.
All right. If we do cross that line, do you understand that you can tell us no or pass on whatever?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Okay, so tell the people where you originally from.
I'm from the Bay Area. I grew up in Cali.
Come on.
Yeah, Ghost Ride the Whip. You know?
Ooh.
Yeah, tell me when to go.
Okay.
Okay, so you grew up with both of your parents?
Yes, mom and my dad. But then they split. You know, they didn't get along, so they split up. Which is probably a good thing. So yeah, it was like traumatic a little bit. You know, I remember as a kid, I was like a daddy's girl. You know, I'm like, my superhero leaving. What the heck's going on here? Like, you know, so I was mad at my mom for a little bit. Now I was mad at him because he wasn't coming around. But you know,
Were you still able to see him?
I was, but I think they're so into their arguing, it was kind of like lost. You know, it was like ice creams on the weekend, and I got to rush back to the house with mom. So, yeah, but you know, I still, you know, I could say I still had a good childhood, you know, and I still had a good amount of memory with my mom, my dad, you know. So, divorce.
So
It's always hard, rough.
Oh, go ahead.
Growing up in the Bay Area, was it a lot of black people?
Pockets. It's like pockets of us. It's either Oakland, EPA, Richmond, and maybe LA. Like, you know, it's just like everybody's spread out there, and now it's dwindled down to pretty much like barely, you know, like you probably have a family on the block or something like that now, but yeah, it was like
It was rare.
we got excited when we saw one of us. We was like, hey, no.
That's still now.
Yeah. It's like, you wonder why we so excited to see another person look like you. That's the reason why.
My best friend moved out there, and he'd be like, I'm going to a black party.
Right,
Like,
right.
okay.
So
That's what's up.
That's right.
Okay, would you say, would it be healthier, like, if the parents, like, split the kids up, like, half and half, as far as, like, until they turn 18, or what you think?
I mean, I wanted that, you know. I wanted to go with my dad, you know. I remember being in counseling with my sister. My sister's like, I want to go with mom. I'm like, no.
Nah.
Yeah, so the court, I guess the way they see it is everybody go with the mom if it's girls.
That's why.
So, right. So I'm like, man. But I feel like personally, I really feel like it should be up to the child, you know, and, you know, not that really you're pitting one parent against the other, but, you know, go with what the child is feeling or what they might want. Maybe they're more comfortable with that parent, or maybe that parent nurtures them better, you know what I'm saying? But that's the way I think of it anyway.
Yeah.
You got kids?
I do. I have two. I have a 20-year-old, and then I also have a 9-year-old. Yeah, so I have a son and a daughter.
So would you have more? Are you done?
No, I'm done.
She got one that she got that shit out.
Right.
Like, done.
One girl. That's it.
Okay. I seen on your Instagram you had some post. You said you have to walk away from some people. Everybody doesn't respect your time or your energy. So, what inspired that?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, honestly, I just got out of a relationship, and it became a little overly aggressive to the point where the person was trying to change who I was, disrupt my work, and then also try to go in between friends and things like that, and business partners. And that was like for me. You know, so
why they start doing that?
I don't, you know, now like in retrospect, I look at it like, was it a jealousy thing? You know, because I can't think of any other reason. It's like I bring you to my events, like you're present, like everybody knows who you are, but you doing all this other extra stuff and causing drama, and I don't need that type of
doing your events.
Or
What's his name?
Well, you know, I'm lesbian, so no, but it was a she. I don't want to, because of, you know, the situation, I don't want to disclose the name, but you know, not that the person was a bad person, just they it was really bad. And you know, I'm like this. I'm a very positive person. I'm a very happy person. I like being around people like that, you know. And when I get around this person's like dragging me into this negative energy and like constantly there, I'm like, I can't be around you. I can't, partner or not. Like,
so how did y'all end up together if they were like a negative person, or they
didn't start that way? And then at that time in my career, I wasn't performing as much. I wasn't getting as much attention. So I was barely kind of breaking ground. And then as soon as the attention started coming, you know, the strippers want to hang on your arm and that type of stuff.
Now we know why she mad. Now we know. I get it.
But, you know, I mean, I get it.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, but, you know, I was respectful. Like, I'm not cheating on you. I'm not doing anything. Like, that's what it is. So, you know, just, you know, notice that you're right on my arm, and that's where you're going to stay.
They see you.
Yeah, they know who you are. I'm not stepping out of bounds.
Okay, so you a recent lesbian, or like this something you struggled with like since you was like a child?
I struggled with it, like, and I wouldn't even say as a child. As a child, I didn't really understand. I just remember having crushes on like my teacher, and I'm like, why am I looking at her like that? Like, you know,
you questioned it.
Yeah, crushing on my teacher. I'm like, man.
No, you questioned it. I'm saying like,
I did. I mean, because you know my family's very religious. It's taboo. You know, they're like, no,
that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, you know, they making fun of people, and you know, so I'm like, okay, you know, so there was that pressure, and I just ignored it for a very long time and forced myself to be with guys, and it was like, okay, like, you know, but I realized when it came to the sexual thing, like once they were done, I was like, I felt disgusted, like, and I didn't know why I felt like that, but then I realized later on it was the attraction was not,
disgusted though.
I know that sounds weird, but like, just I mean, and the best way to explain it is think about like maybe somebody who you wouldn't really be attracted to, and like you look back like, oh dang, I did that, like, you know, like it was like that kind of feeling. Yeah, it was that kind of feeling.
Just an obese motherfucker.
That's your ass.
But no, like, you know, so I was like, man, I had to identify with that eventually. And as I got older into my teenage years, I started to experiment. And so then that opened up Pandora's box. Yeah.
Okay. So you said your teenage years. So you was experimenting with females in your teenage years, but you were still dealing with guys.
I was still, I was bisexual, dealing with guys, had a baby, had a son, you know, later. And then, you know, I think when I was like 25, I met a stripper. Okay. T-Pain, I'm in love with a stripper. Okay. I met a stripper. And she blew my mind. Yeah,
she blew your mind?
Yeah,
What's she doing?
Okay. Private dancer, Tina Turner type stuff, you know. I was like, coming to my room, you know, and did this whole little routine, and that was it. Like, you know,
you fell in love with the routine.
I was in love with the routine.
So you love strippers now?
No, that was
strippers.
That was my 20s. I mean, no, I got like friends who are strippers and stuff, you know, but it's like, I don't look at them like that now, like where I was like mesmerized, starstruck before. Yeah, but broke my cherry anyways.
Okay.
Okay,
Like I'm hitting that.
Right.
Yep.
you can relate, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was humping on girls early.
Oh Lord.
Early.
Okay,
It was the booty for me.
Girl, okay, the pretty hair, the titties, like what's up? Everything.
okay, a lie you wish you never told and a truth you wish you never knew.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm gonna open myself up right now. Goodness. Okay. So when my daughter was born, I had a whole Jerry Springer moment. I'm not gonna even lie. I was engaged to my choir director, and at the time, he just wasn't really it for me. I wasn't like in love with him. It was more to appease my family.
Your family, yeah.
Yeah, and I finally broke it off. Like, I got the courage to like break it off, and right when I broke it off, it was my birthday. My friend came by, and we got drunk and talking and drinking and laughing, and all of a sudden slipped and fell on the penis. And so my daughter came into the world, and I thought it was the other ex.
Yeah, the choir director.
Yeah, because you know, I've been with him more frequently.
No.
And
I've
I've been with him more frequently. And the guy that I actually slept with, we had you know, protection. So I'm thinking, I'm good. You know, I know it's not him. So I told my friend, I was like, should I just like maybe tell both of them like there's a possibility? Because I mean, I'm really leaning more towards this one, but she was like, no, don't say nothing. I was like, you sure? She's like, yeah, don't do it. I was like, okay. Because I ended up getting back with the guy I was engaged to. And so baby gets here, and everybody's like, oh yeah, she's pretty. Oh yeah, we could kind of. But her hands, her hands don't look like his hands in her head.
Oh shit.
And so,
Oh shit.
yeah, we got the DNA test, and he wasn't the daddy. So,
Oh shit.
but you know, I was, you know, that was one thing that I did feel bad about. I felt bad about lying to him and saying that there wasn't anybody.
Yeah.
You know, when there was. Yeah. So I did feel bad about that, and he forgave me though. You know, we're still good friends to this day. So, you know, one of those. Yeah.
That's dope.
Go ahead.
I'm just like, all right, these are the things that are fucking me up. Let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Are you like, nah, I'm a lesbian and these niggas disgusted me, but you got drunk and fell on a dick with a condom on it. How, like, what about that dick did not disgust you? And like, do you really feel like a lesbian, or do you kind of like dick?
Well, no, I mean, I like women. I want to be with a woman.
Okay.
That's it. But at that time, it really still was a fog for me. I still was trying to appease my family. No, I'm trying to appease my family. Yeah, I'm trying to appease my family. But it was kind of like, I think that was still, again, a struggle. That's why I wasn't in love with him either, you know. And then when my friend came, I had slept with him before in the past. So it was, I guess, kind of just something I did, you know, but it wasn't a want, and it wasn't where, like, I pursued it or, like, oh, give me some, like, you know, it was just like, hey, you know, you want some dick? No, I was like,
he was like, you want some dick? And he was like, yeah, let me get that shit. Was it good?
I mean, that night it was like a blur.
Okay.
Like, it was my birthday. I was messed up. Okay. Like, but girl, yeah.
It must have been shit. Hey, baby girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I can laugh about it now.
Okay.
Then it wasn't funny though.
Okay, something bad you went through and it prepared you for something later in life.
Oh, well. Okay, well. since we're on relationships, when I was probably maybe like the stripper, I'll say that, 25, when I was a stripper, with the stripper, she became like abusive, like, and locked me in the house, and she wouldn't let me leave.
You ain't fight her?
I did.
Oh.
I did, but she broke my leg.
Damn.
She was big.
She was little, but strong. You know,
Yeah, it be them.
little people strong.
Yeah.
Now, don't underestimate the little people. But no, she did. She broke my leg, and it was more like I'm going in for a swing, and then she did like one of those sweet moves with my leg, and then it broke.
She a trained fighter, ain't she? Yeah, she good.
Man, it was over something stupid. It was over a power bill. But
The power bill.
Power
What,
bill.
about $200 probably?
Yeah, it was only $100.
They
So
fight,
I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
man,
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
let me go get the receipt. I just paid it. I'm like, no, you just trying to get out of you paying the bill this time. That's what that was. But yeah, long story short, it was a domestic violence relationship. I ended up escaping and getting away from it. But I promised myself after that, I said, anybody, I don't care. You jump on me, anything, hit me, punch me, whatever, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. So that was like, I learned from that situation to say, I don't want to give anybody that much power over me to do, or to make them think that they could even cross me like that,
Right.
you know? So I tell everybody from the beginning now, you date me, you ever feeling like that, just know it's over once you do it.
Right.
It's like,
Did you press charges?
Hmm?
You press charges and you just like...
Yeah, it ended up becoming like a whole situation with the Oakland PD, but, you know, I left. I just walked away from it, you know, because I'm like, there's always better out there. There's always somebody else that's better. You know, you got to heal from something like that. That was very traumatic for me. So I had to go do counseling and everything, therapies. Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah, but it made me strong, and you know, I tell any woman who's in that situation, like, you know, it's all about loving yourself. You know, at the end of the day, you are the person who shows people how to treat you. So, you know, if they ain't treating you right, sometimes you gotta walk away.
It's every time.
Yes.
Treat me
Gotta
good.
walk away.
Okay, this was a story I seen. I forgot where I seen it, but it was a Mississippi school. They sent a 5-year-old home with the monkey award, and the teacher said the award was about energy, but it said for entertainment. So what would y'all do if y'all child came home with a monkey award?
Monkey award.
I don't know.
Well, I guess. Congratulations. I don't know.
I feel like now it's just you can't do shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You can't do nothing, bro. Like, you just automatically are racist, like, no matter what. So it just would have to depend, like, on the story. If it makes sense, then I would be like, all right, but do you get why that shit look fucked up?
Yeah.
You know, like, I would talk to the teacher, but I ain't gonna be like, they sent my kid home with a monkey. You know, like,
you ain't gonna raise her.
I ain't raising hell unless
you gonna
it
walk
makes
in with the
sense.
bonnet on, girl. Like,
Okay. No, like, I'm not doing all of that for every single thing.
Yeah,
like,
I
everything
agree.
ain't racist.
I agree. Like,
But
I'm
this
like
is a little racist, you know?
But I mean, what if another kid get the monkey award?
But I'm
Another
saying,
time.
we know black people are always called monkeys. So why
right.
would they even be an award?
Was that like a mascot?
Because it's
of the
about
school,
energy and
or
entertainment.
No, they was doing like some animal awards, and the black kid got the monkey award.
But they had the energy.
Yeah, if there's some intent behind
You
that,
know what
yeah, that makes it a little different.
It just gotta make sense. Like, it gotta just really, really make sense that this shit is racist. Like, if this is a reach and I'm like, nah, somebody, like, all right, say they have another award ceremony. I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna be like, all right, so who won the monkey award this week, son? Like, I want to know. If a white kid win next time, then I'm like, all right, fuck that shit. Like,
Yeah,
white kid got it this time.
So you would take an award like if we gave out our monkey award, you got it. You wouldn't be offended by this?
I mean, I'm a grown ass woman. That's a kid. You know,
but I'm saying like for your energy, you got all this energy, so you got energy like a monkey.
I honestly and truthfully, I don't even take shit that serious like in life. So I'll probably be laughing like how y'all laughing at. I'll be like, okay, fucking monkey award. Yeah, I mean I do be hyped. So fuck it. Like, I might be okay, these niggas called me a monkey today, you know?
Right.
But I probably wouldn't be like these.
I wouldn't show up for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
hell no.
I don't think I'd be that sensitive to something like that. I mean, because the theme of it is animal award, so
right.
You know, I could have got an elephant. You know, if I'm fat, I'm like, oh, you gave me the elephant. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think people sometimes look too much into stuff, and you know, you got to keep everything in a context. You know, it's like it's an animal award.
Exactly. Everybody getting animals. I'm be like, so what was the other animals?
Right.
Like, did anybody get a lizard? Like,
Right.
Was they dogs in this bitch? Like, they obedient?
Right.
For real.
Okay, your greatest up and your lowest down.
My greatest up. Well, my greatest up would be outside of my music career. I work for Verizon. I'm a cellular engineer. I do compliance engineering. So I basically monitor the towers between Florida all the way up to Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia.
Okay.
I oversee that department. So I basically make sure, in short, that your brain doesn't get fried, you know? So so that was a highlight for me, is kind of reaching that level, yes, of Black excellence, you know, to have that title. It means a lot, and just to know the lives that I save every day. Means a lot.
I'm just kidding. That's like a 6-figure job. That sounds like you pay
Close to it. It's close to
She
it.
like, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. But yeah, that was a good. And then the weakest moment would be that after that relationship where, you know, I broke my leg, because I had ended up kind of homeless and in between after that. And so I had like a full-on just breakdown, you know, and I just felt like the lowest ever in my life. Like, how could I just let this happen to myself? And, you know, but after that, like I said, gave me the strength to start pushing for better things. And you can see it led up to that great one. So yeah.
So what would it take for you to quit your job with the music? Like, what would happen for you to say, I gotta go full time with the music?
Oh man. Well.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I was presented with like a bag that was like enormous, like, and especially now, like, it'd have to be really enormous, like.
Okay, because inflation.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it'd have to be definitely in the millions, you know, 100 million and up type figures, you know, for me to even consider something like that, because money go now like that. Like, a house now, I mean, $500,000 to $1 million. So, yeah.
Okay, what y'all think about inflation? I remember people would always post about like McDonald's workers should make more, and I was like, soon as they do that, all the fucking prices are gonna go up. So now, like Burger King, what they make like $11, $12, $13 an hour.
Back home, McDonald's, they start at like 15.
Yeah, so like, what y'all think about this? Should they just leave the pay where it is? You know what I'm saying?
The companies
and stop, pushing up the price.
The companies have the money to pay people more. They just decide to put it in other places.
Right.
So now, like, pay people what it's worth. You know, your restaurant is 24 hours a day, then you need to be paying people that 24-hour money if you want your restaurant to be presentable for people 24 hours a day.
Right. At least the cost of living, like, man.
And that's another thing about Georgia. Like, Georgia is so quick to increase the cost of living, but nobody is fighting for the wages to go up out here.
Right.
There's still places in Georgia where people are making $7 and some change.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is ridiculous. I'm like, how are y'all living?
Right.
But some of them jobs, I be feeling like it's high school, but you know, manager positions and stuff like that, it need to be somebody who probably like grown, so they should make more.
Yeah. A lot of places here, like when we came here, the reason why my mom left is because the money just didn't make sense. I got a whole degree. If I go work in my degree right now, they're gonna try to pay me like minimum wage. What the fuck did I go to college for?
I looked at, like when I was in high school, I wanted to be a firefighter, and I was like, when I looked at the pay, I'm like, hell no.
Yeah, I just looked up. They was hiring for COs, and I was like, I would do that shit. But I looked up the pay; it was less than like 40 grand. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
I make more than that with Lyft.
Right.
And I get to choose when I go to work.
Seriously, that is facts.
Yeah.
All day.
Hell no, I'm good. I'm not about to go. I'm not clocking in for nobody for less than what I make when I clock in for myself.
Right, exactly. And then, honestly, like, they're going to get rid of those jobs anyway. Like, where did I walk into today? It was like a Publix or something. There was no cashiers. It was all self-checkout.
And that's
you just had one person trying to see you know,
Yeah.
They got people, the little robots back there flipping burgers and stuff.
There's a store here now that's autonomous. You go in and it's fully operated by your phone and computers.
Wow.
Which one?
I think it's in Clarkston where they opened it up at, but it's black owned, and you just go in. It recognizes that your phone is in there.
Wow.
So you go and like as you grab things, you like it's scanning it somehow through your phone, and you don't even do nothing. You walk out. It knows what you're getting as you go, and you get that shit. You walk out with your stuff, and you're paying from your phone.
That's dope.
No, I don't think it's dope. And then we run out of jobs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you can't. I mean, a robot just can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
Like delivering gas. I don't think you would have to have. I mean, as far as like going from place to place, but it'll be too expensive to get drones.
No, it's not if you're not paying people.
Once they have like so many, like when something been out for so long, it get cheaper and cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Like once they first bring it out, like it's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be so like, expensive.
There's a campus here.
And rain and stuff like that.
They got what's the Teslas that drive themselves.
But I mean, they be fucking up a lot. They be like, we recommend that they not do it.
Why
sleep, you know what I'm saying?
They experimenting with us having them, and then when they perfect it, then they gonna have it going. There's robots on one of the campuses out here that deliver their food.
Yeah, they got security guard robots at Stonecrest.
Yes, they do. They do. They similar to those robots, the ones that deliver the food. I was at the campus watching it. One robot was rolling around, and another robot pulled up, and it's like the nigga started talking. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm watching robots. I got that shit on my phone somewhere. I'm like, bro, look at this. And
so like they was like, is somebody controlling them, or they
I
just
have
fully
no idea.
like
I couldn't
intelligent, like on their own?
I don't know. I couldn't hear them or like see them like in front of each other or whatever, like what the faces look like. But I know that they went from wherever they was at. One of them was roaming around. Another one was right there, and they came and they was like this. Yeah. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm watching them, and then they done, and then they go about their business.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what they was doing.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure within the next like 10 years, you're gonna see like a major increase of just artificial intelligence everywhere, and that's why we build in 5G. You know, I'll be honest. That's why there's so many of these everywhere.
And they need to get rid of it because it's killing us.
It's coming.
I don't know what's going on, but I can't send like I be trying to send a BOL, and like my shit be taking forever to go through. Like I don't know what the fuck going on.
What's a BOL?
Like a bill of lading, like an invoice basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, could be the server or whoever the service is through. Could be.
Okay.
They start working on shit.
Right.
Girl, we can't do shit. I swear 5G worse than 4G though. When my phone be in 4G, that should be working.
Really?
It be in 5G.
Oh, so 5G. Well, there's not a lot of coverage with 5G yet though. It's still being built, so it's gonna be a little bit.
It's like Boost Mobile and shit.
Yeah. I don't want no 5G. Y'all can take that shit back. The more G's we get, the more radiation we get. I'm good.
And it's really, honestly, it's not that bad unless you're right up on the antenna. Like, then, yes, you know, you can get some RF burn, like, which literally burns you from the inside out. So, if you are near one, don't go up there and don't be climbing the poles trying to go up there and look at it, because you're gonna be right there.
Trying to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm near one, I'm trying to burn that bitch.
Right. Oh no.
Burn it down. They got them looking like trees and shit.
Oh yeah.
Why they just got
we have stealth
Pay
towers.
attention, Pay attention when you drive trucks. It's fake trees in the woods, and they are telephone poles. Yeah, why they hiding it?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like
so
for
you won't be
zoning.
tampering with it?
And they put them by churches. It's a big one by a church right in Decatur.
Mm-hmm.
It's one that look like a tree. And if you go over there, it's right in the church's grounds, like in their backyard and stuff. But why is that? They want to make sure, and they put a cross on it too.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure you ain't trying to touch that bitch. Like, nah, this is the church. I can't touch it. Fuck that. I'm gonna burn that.
I ain't up on that kind of stuff. That's the first time hearing that.
Yeah, they do. They have it so that it blends in with the surroundings. So, like wherever they put the tower, the people who own the land there, they can tell them, hey, I don't want people to see it, or I don't want it to be, out there like that. So they'll do the stealth. And then they'll make it look like she said, like a steeple of a church or something else.
Do they pay the person for being on the program? Like regularly or just one big check?
Every month.
Okay.
Every month.
Yeah. So you want to pose?
So buy land.
I looked up the price of my house because I keep getting people saying they want to buy my shit like 3 times as much. It's like $260 or some shit like that.
And just
wow.
Watch how much that shit gonna hit $500,000.
Keep it.
The West End, the people.
Oh yeah, it's going up.
Man, what?
It's going up.
But see, I called that before. He was like, "What am I gonna do?" I think he did buy a lot of houses over there. He was like, "They trying to." He peeped how they was gentrifying Atlanta, and he was like, "The West End is the last place that they getting into."
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's done, but he was like, "What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get in the way." And so you go sit in them houses, they gonna have to pay you to leave.
Yeah, Master P said he did that. They gave him he didn't even say the amount that he got, but I'm sure it was a lot.
I wish I could get in the way. Put me in the way.
Right, put you in the way. Give me a bag.
Man, what? A couple.
Right.
I ain't never leaving.
Right.
Okay, would you say you enjoying life or are you enduring life?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Like every day I get up, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, I'm alive again. She was like, oh, we have to do that. Yeah, like seriously, because it's, I look at it like people sometimes I feel like they don't realize the value of just being able to wake up and breathe. Or to walk outside. Some people can't walk, y'all. Like, some people can't even talk. Some people can't see. So it's like you gotta value every single moment because you never know when it should last.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And struggle make you feel that way too.
Yeah.
And like you've been through shit. So
Yeah.
you go through that, and you go through that whole "this ain't for me" situation, and then you honor and appreciate everything after that.
Yeah.
You feel like it is for you.
Seriously, like, life has hit me hard. Life has brought me down on my knees, but life has made me stand up too. So,
Amen.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, something you notice about a person that lets you know you can't date them seriously.
Red flag.
Oof. Well, hygiene.
Okay. Oh yeah, and you mess with females.
Hygiene. I will say I dated this guy, girl.
I ain't talking about the bitches now.
This back in the day. But I dated this guy, and the same silk shirt he had on the online profile was the same silk shirt he was wearing at our first date. That was the first thing. I was like, okay. And then came in, gave him a little hug, and smelled funky.
What was his name?
I don't even remember. I didn't want to remember it out.
I'm like, I know that nigga.
I was like, oh, it just, whoo, my nose, like, oh my God. I thought it was a whole skunk up in his armpit, just like chilling. But then it didn't stop there. We sit down, we're eating Wingstop. I love me some Wingstop now. I love me some chicken.
Wingstop.
But girl, he had earwax pouring out his ear. I didn't even know that was possible. Like, you got it pouring, like it's like a drip out your ear, like. I swear I'm not making this up. See,
You should have been like, nah, nigga, let me get back with you. Let me go to the bathroom or something.
He was like, why aren't you eating your chicken? I was like,
I know you wanted to throw up when you seen
I'm
me.
hungry. I'm like, so then he was like calling me after, like, yeah, it was great, the conversation. I'm like, yeah. Like,
You ain't telling him?
Yeah, I did. I told him. I said, I ain't into it. I'm sorry. I just told him. I said, when you go out on a date, make sure that's your first impression. I said, so just make sure you're on point. Take a shower.
Did you give him another chance?
No, that was it. You should know in your mind.
He sound like he like 60 or something.
No, he was the same age. It was like
that's 60.
I'm like, man, I thought like when he rolled up in the Benz, I was like, okay, he got out.
This nigga pushing up bands with earwax coming out his ear.
Girl, I was
dirty.
like, I know you got a shower. Like, I know you got a shower. I know.
No, it was out here.
No, it was in Cali.
Oh, I was gonna say, 'cause in Atlanta they have a Benz and I have a house. So.
Oh.
Yeah, niggas be staying in storages and
yes.
shit.
Or staying in their fucking
Them,
car.
you know the ones that be like inside and it's
No.
like cool and shit. Is it
Then you get
secret?
it controlled.
Yeah,
Oh,
control
you
temperature.
Wow.
They really do though. Or
Wow,
hotels
that's
and
a new
motels.
one.
Yeah. They gonna have that car lease though.
Oh, right.
For sure.
I ain't never buying no more new cars after this.
No.
I ain't doing that shit. It's a waste of money.
I got
It
2
really
car
is.
notes right now. I
Ooh.
never buy another car, bro.
Ooh.
I'll buy lemons until I can't buy
Lemons.
for real. I don't give a damn. I'm good.
Or, you can buy them and rent them out. You got Turo now, make some money.
I mean, that would be the only reason why. Like when I pay these cars off, definitely like, here, take it. Or
Yeah.
one of them I'm gonna put up for somebody to drive. But no, it is a waste of money.
It really is.
Give me something somebody had already. I'll take it. I don't even care how it looks, as long as they get me from A to B.
You just got to get inspected, but most people, you just be like, go ahead and buy it. Take your time, call somebody out and get that shit inspected before you buy it.
Yeah, because they be trying to get us women too. It's like,
I got a mechanic that go with me every car I go to.
I heard that. That's the way to do it right there. Wait, what's your mechanic's number? Okay.
Oh, I got you.
Is it after this?
Okay, I got a couple.
Yeah.
Real.
A person who left you, but it was really doing you a favor.
I'm doing so.
Oh gosh, I hope she does not watch this.
Let her watch. Bye.
I had an ex who I don't think she knew what she wanted. Like, I don't know if she knew she wanted to be with a woman, if she was even fully lesbian, if she just didn't know. That was like a big question mark on her the whole time. And at first I was sad because I was really in love with her. I'm like, hey, we're gonna make this work. Then she walked away.
Damn.
Not once, but twice, but 3 times.
Oh my God, you gave her 3 times to leave you?
I gave it 3 times. Yeah, and each time, same thing, still question mark. So I just said, okay, you're just a question mark. So
Right.
that's what you are. I got to look at you like that now. It's just a question. So yeah, but I mean, it was a good thing that she walked away because I feel like she was like a little depressed. Like she has her own kind of darkness going on, and she wasn't really, vibrant, like where she could be with somebody like that, in a healthy way. So it was a favor.
She a promoter?
No, nothing like that.
I'm crying.
Okay, last time you had to tell somebody, bitch, stop playing with me.
Ooh.
Oh. I haven't had to say that to many people.
She don't seem like that kind of person.
Yeah,
she seems so passive.
Yeah, I haven't had to say that because I'm the type of person, like, I'm so strong in myself. I'll walk away and leave you on red, like right there, just there. I don't even need to respond. But the only person that I can think of as of recent that I had a situation with like that was a guy. He tried to talk to me. I told him clearly I was not interested. kept trying to push. Started to describe his 18-inch penis to me, and
18.
how hard it was, and yeah, if you get this and this and this, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about your penis. Like, and this is our first time talking on the phone. Why are you talking about this? Like,
and what are you gonna do with the rest of it?
right? You acting like you want to do a song with me, but really you trying to come on now.
Oh, that's a Me Too moment.
Come right.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yeah, so I was like, this mess, you gotta go. We don't no.
So this was another promoter?
No, this wasn't a promoter. He was a rapper.
Here,
He's a rapper. Yeah.
what's his name?
Oh, I don't like name dropping.
I
I don't like name dropping. I don't want to name drop. But I mean, he's like, his first approach, like, he seemed cool. Like, I was down to do music because we really talk about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I was like, come on now.
I gotta look at your followers.
I was like, oh yeah. There's a lot of them you have to search those, girl.
Some nigga out here flexing about this 18-inch penis.
All you gotta do is tag her and say that. He gonna respond.
Right.
Here I go right here.
Okay.
Right.
You looking for me?
Right.
Like, nigga, I want to see it.
No,
I don't believe it.
Yeah, he said they ran from him. I was like, huh?
They run. I bet they do. From all that capping.
Right. All cap.
Okay. Big bluffer. Ew. That is so ugly. Like, you do that, you go smack and talk about your penis?
No, I'm on some real shit. My shit ain't big right there. I be telling girls be saying my shit medium and shit.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, medium.
But when I was younger,
That's
though,
real.
I did see some niggas that was like built like men. Like you be like, what the fuck? I be like, because when I used to stay in Missouri, niggas used to say, they used to brag about how much pubic hair they had. So when they did, they would just pull their dick out, like, look, nigga, I got more hair than you. So niggas, I was
gay.
like, I didn't have no pubic hair, so I was like, I ain't fucking with y'all niggas. So I couldn't brag on shit. But these niggas was built irregular. These niggas who look like that,
like 18 inches?
No, I remember this nigga, he was like 13, he was like 12 already. 12 inches.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
And he was soft.
Damn.
So, like, some niggas built like that. They just
He was a shower. He wasn't a grower. Is that straight? Okay, I'm fine. Is that straight, though, to show your dick to other men? Or
some niggas just do. Some niggas, this is what some niggas do. They'll just start peeing. Like, just to be like, look at my dick, but saying it indirectly. So,
you think that's a sign of, like, men trying to see, like females, like how when we had the other girl on the show, whoever we had on the show, you asked like how you know if somebody gay or whatever, and you know somebody gay because of certain shit they do, and they gonna try you. So do you think that's like a thing where dudes trying to try you, like?
No, I just think some niggas do that to be like my dick bigger than yours, but if a nigga gay, it's other shit he be doing to where you be like, hey, he getting too close or shit like that. Just like, but
so you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's gay. You show me your shit.
Just pulling your shit out and peeing.
Or is it like an ego thing too? Because I'm like, I be thinking that like, is it an ego thing? Like, my dick bigger than yours.
And I feel like that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And the person who took my virginity, who I said is gay, him and his friends, they used to always fucking have their dicks out around each other, and I used to be like, y'all gay. They'd talk shit and be like, we swore fighting. Like, I think they really used to fight with their dicks and shit. And I'm like, y'all gay, bro.
I don't know nothing
okay. I'm like, y'all gay. And then lo and behold, I know he's gay.
Yeah, that's gay.
And I told him when I went, I'm like, why you just tell me? I told y'all was gay. You could have told me you was my friend.
Let's be honest.
For real, let's be honest. Yeah, I think, man, you pull your dick out for another man. If you got something.
Niggas do that when they're younger though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the age?
So maybe it's cut off date. Like
that's like middle school shit. Like,
okay.
Okay.
Elementary, middle school shit.
So probably after junior high, then that's gay.
I mean, I never done it. I never done it.
No,
I just used to see niggas
You think
do
you're talking
it.
about the race,
Yeah,
man?
I ain't never do that.
You said, fuck that. I'm
Okay,
crying.
Oh, man.
Okay, last time a current friend or ex friend threw you under the bus.
Oh.
I wish a bitch would.
Oh.
You know
Total,
this shit.
total disappointment. I had
Right.
somebody who I really, really thought was my friend. We did music together, you know, helped me get into events to perform, and we was just tight. We worked out together, all that. But literally, this is with my ex. This is recent, so literally, this friend knew what happened with my ex. But because my friend was mad because I didn't go to Florida last minute, my friend decided to invite my ex, who I have a restraining order against, she decided to invite my ex to my performance.
What?
Wow.
That's still your
what
friend?
was the-
How, I mean, I know sometimes people do things to try to throw you off. You know what I mean? I think she was just being salty. You know?
That's still your friend?
No, we ain't friends no more.
Oh.
No, we ain't friends no more. But I'm just like, you just literally had the audacity to do that.
Did they think they was valid for it?
I don't know. We don't even talk.
Oh, y'all ain't talk about the situation
Yeah, we don't
afterwards?
talk. Like, but I'm just like, it blew my mind. I'm like, now I'm looking at you like this whole time. Like, why was you around me? Like,
Yeah.
what was your intent? You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm looking at you and I see that's like, that's low.
How long was y'all friends?
Probably like a year and a half.
Oh, yeah, they was. You ain't really know them, no.
Yeah, but it's still like, that's just low. You don't do that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How did your ex act when they was there?
Stood 3 feet away and just was laughing and giggling and looking at me and just laughing, and I'm like, you have a restraining order against you.
Okay.
There's a police officer right outside. What are you doing here? Like, like, so, you know, it was like kind of one of those uncomfortable situations, because for me as an artist, like, my energy is everything, and
Yes.
certain people can throw off my energy. And of course, because that was so fresh and recent, like, when she walked in, that threw me all the way off. So I was like, okay, I can handle this one of two ways. I said, I can call the police and cause a big scene, and the event might not really be a great event anymore, or I could just leave.
You didn't show out?
I did not show out because I knew the promoter. And I'm cool with him, and I was like, I don't want to do that to him.
I mean, not to the person. I mean, to perform. Fuck that. Like,
I know. And it was like, I was so disheartened that night, too. I was, like, really pissed off. But my energy was already off anyway, so I knew I wasn't going to perform my best. So I just felt like it would just be the better way for me just to leave, just to walk away. It could have got ugly. It could have got real ugly. Like, not only is my ex there, but now this person who said they was my friend did this to me. Nah.
Next time, put on the best fucking performance, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
And then leave.
Then
You leave. But fuck that. Show out.
Yeah.
And laugh at their ass while you on stage.
Right.
And then leave.
Right.
That.
Nobody
Nobody
get
get
that
that
on
on
this.
Yeah. Man, what, I would have shit on their ass on stage.
Right.
Come on. Are you laughing?
Right.
Let's go.
Okay, we go with this story about Monique. She beefing with DL Hughley, and she brings up the sexual assault his daughter went through as a child.
Oh, yeah.
Is this going too far?
What'd she say?
I didn't get the quote I was looking for, but it was basically she just kind of brought it up, like when she was going in on her rant. It didn't really sound too bad. It didn't really sound too bad, but I just thought she shouldn't even brought this shit up, even though y'all kind of beefing or whatever.
I mean, I look at it this way too, like, as a parent, like, you don't really talk or touch on people's kids. Like, you know, that's like a boundary that people should know not to cross. Like, even if you beefing or whatever, same deal. Like, kids, leave the kid out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on that one person if you want to, you know, try to take a shot or whatever. But bringing a kid, that's kind of low. That's, you know. So I look at it like, I think that's bad on her part. You know, I don't think she should have went there.
Unless I just would have to hear it in context. Like, if she was bringing it up to relate to something.
I think it was something to the fact like he didn't do nothing when his daughter told him about it. And then are you relating that to something personal? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she saying just like, okay, you acting like this just like when you didn't do this? You know, like it was sort of like that because over the contract shit they going through, so she just kind of brought it up. This is the same man who didn't do nothing when his daughter told him that she was assaulted. But she said she was assaulted by a man, and he was like, no, it was by another child. So they was the same age, but it's still considered assault or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it just depends on the situation, I feel like. But ultimately, that whole beef altogether is dumb as fuck. Why are you beefing over who the headliner is?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Everybody getting paid.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I will go first, third, last, as long as y'all paying me my check. So that whole situation is dumb. Like, I think beef period is dumb unless you're making money from it.
Right.
Like the Chris Rock, Will Smith shit. If that's fake, it's brilliant. It's amazing. If it's real, still brilliant. Because now Chris Rock about to do a show with Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Like, it's still brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith, like, God bless him, because he, wherever they got him at. But, yeah, I just think it's beef period. Especially, they old.
Yeah.
You old and nobody's talking about nothing that you're doing.
Right. So
like D.L. Hughley has a radio show or something like that he does every
He the
day.
most relevant and he funnier, so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he the most relevant because he do something on the regular.
Yeah.
And being funnier, that's perspective. Some people might say he's not funny at all. It just depends on who you asking. But it's just dumb as fuck. Y'all are old as shit. Get your money and go home.
Right. I almost think sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes they do that on purpose.
Yes.
To make themselves or keep themselves relevant.
Yes.
Because, you know, you getting up there in age, you like, okay, ain't nobody come to see me really like that. What can I do to show out? Like, let me just start a beef with this deal. Let me do that right now.
Yeah. Or they probably talking to each other like, all right, bitch, so I'm about to say a lot of shit about you. But, like, you know, you my bitch, bro. Like, I'm fucking with you. And then we over here like, oh my God, I can't believe you. You know, looking stupid, and they back there like, gotcha.
I can do that, but I'll be like, bro, I'm not gonna talk about your kids. You get what I'm saying?
But unless they discussed it, like it's like sex, right? If y'all discuss doing certain shit, then that's what y'all discuss doing, or relationships, anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, if they were already on that subject, I could understand. But if it wasn't even something being talked about, and you just kind of pettily like, hey, yo, by the way, your kid, you didn't. I don't know.
If it's something that was really spiteful and you bringing up that, that kid ain't got nothing to do with your beef.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like if it was out of spite, that kid don't have nothing to do with your beef, and now you about to bring attention to that child that child didn't ask for. Even if the kid grown now, you about to bring attention to this person that they didn't even ask for because you dealing with somebody totally different. So if it's out of spite like that, it's messed up.
Yeah, they was throwing shots at each other, like.
I feel like they do that shit. Like they got a show.
Right.
It's just like now it's an election year and we seeing all this stuff about crime and all of this shit. Like every time it's something about to happen, there's gonna be stuff in the news about it.
Bring that attention.
And then you gonna come to the show and see what happens. When Chris Rock had a show right after that shit with Will Smith.
And I think it's sold out. Didn't it like sell out?
Yes.
Too, like.
And the tickets was high as hell.
Yeah.
And Will Smith had a book.
Right.
And the price on his book went up.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, if you're doing it, absolutely do it.
I wonder, did he sell a lot, though? Did he sell a lot? Yeah.
I don't know if he sold a lot, but I know his prices went up. So, shit. If it's working.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as bad publicity.
That's like if we started beefing.
I know.
People, that's when, you know what's crazy? That's the only time people like share it is when like it's like
negative.
somebody talking about somebody.
That's
like,
why.
damn, this shit got shared 30 times. Other than that, it don't be maybe 1 or 2 people that share my video.
That's why I thought, Shorty who was on the show when she was getting into it with, what's her name? I thought that it was fake. Because I'm like, y'all all in a group, they all promote each other's stuff, and now they on live. Like, I mean, granted, they weren't in the same group or whatever, but they on live fighting with each other. And I'm like, first thing I said was, is this fake? Because if it's fake, like, this is brilliant. And she been going ham ever since on live. And guess what? I've been getting calls like, hey, yo, you seen such and such and such. Ain't no such thing as bad publicity.
But yeah, see, they most of the time when people come on here, they already got a problem. And then if I ask them about it, and then it's like a big deal that I say something. But yeah, they was already like
they was already beefing.
Well, they didn't like start fighting and then
they didn't. No. They weren't in here together.
Oh, okay.
She was in here and talked about him. But just so happened the same day that he dropped the episode or the cut from the episode, they were getting into it on Instagram.
Oh. That's usually when somebody beefing, people will see it and they probably DM the shit about 6 or 7 times. And then he hit her type of shit. So it just kind of get like heated up once you come on here type of shit.
I'm like, I try to stay out of that stuff. I'm like, if people like try to come at you, they try to pull you out your element, knock you off your ball. I'm like, I'm staying on my square. What you mean? Calm, cool, and collected. Hello.
But if you want to talk about me, talk about me.
Most of the times too, like I only bring up shit that you done posted on social media. It ain't some shit I done found out by you know what I'm saying? Somebody I don't really fuck with or some shit like that. It's a post from your social media, and I bring it up.
Right.
Okay, so what would you say the best and worst things about dating nowadays?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like sex now has become like a handshake. Like some, I don't know. That's the only way I can say it. Like for real, like people on the first date, like it's like, okay, I want to get to know you, and then by like day 2 they want to have sex, and it's like, well, damn, like, man, I don't even like. What's your favorite color? Shit, like,
what is your last name?
Right. You know, how many brothers and sisters you got? Like, you know,
do you have a mother?
But yeah, like it's just like I feel like it's a lot of speed dating, and that's why there's so many like failed relationships, and you know. But then again, I don't know. It's like I've heard of people being married and together for like so long, and then all of a sudden they just different people, you know. So I don't know. I just think dating in general is, I think technology has like changed it a lot. To where it's not really organic anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's kind of artificial in a way. Like, yeah, but it has no. There's like really no depth. So I like now. I used to do the online dating thing, but I realized I've had so many failed relationships from online dating. Like I'm just like done. I'm like I just want to meet somebody regular and we vibe, and then it lead into dating. Like. I want to go that route.
Shit, if I was single, I'd just be fucking people.
No.
For real. I mean, like you said, it gotta come organically. But in the meantime, till somebody show me they love me.
You gonna be jumping on it?
What's a guy got to do to show like he loves you? Like, what do you see? Like,
apply that pressure. Like you just gotta show me that I'm important. Mm-hmm. You know when somebody think that when they value you, they value your time, when they hitting you up, even if you're not hitting them up, they hitting you up like, yo, what you doing? You know, it's initiative. Mm-hmm. That's all it takes. It's hard. Yeah,
that part.
It's right hard.
Okay, I guess we're gonna wrap this up. So tell us about your current projects and your merchandise.
Man, I just dropped a double EP, Love Conscious. It's out on all platforms. Yes. It's on my website. I do own my own label, Preppy Thug Entertainment. Make sure you tap into the website because all my links, everything you need to know is gonna be right there in one spot. But www.preppythugllc.com. And And my merch is there. I sell shirts. I even do t-shirt designs. I do logos. I do music lyric videos for artists. There's like a one-stop shop, you know. So I got more stuff coming too. I want to show artists how to gravitate more followers and things like that, and just give them a little bit of game, you know. So
How many followers you got?
I'm at 14K now.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. I was like, that's not too bad.
Yeah. I want to learn too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you know, actually, I had a few friends. They told me some tips as far as like the hashtags and stuff like that. And there's some other things that, you know, I know that I'm gonna have in the course that I'm gonna put online this month.
Absolutely.
But yeah, definitely make sure y'all tap in, listen to the music, manifestations. This is the year.
Yes, it is.
So it's time to go full grind.
And where do we follow you? Where do we?
Yes, you can follow me on IG, SHE RnB Artist. You can follow me, same thing, YouTube, SHE RnB. Same thing on Facebook. But yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, definitely keep it easy
marketing.
and simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally is no pressure. This was the last interview, so hey, we're gonna see y'all next week, man, and we out.